What's up, guys? KE8PZN Ham Radio Adventure Guy here, and today we're going to review the Eagle One antenna. Let's get this thing started. Alright, first off, let's excuse how nasty the truck is because I just came down this dirt road and to do a Parks on the Air, so it's pretty nasty right now. But this is the Eagle One antenna. This right here is the pole that is used to mount it on, and it can mount onto either a hitch mount, which I will show you, or a tripod, which I'll also show you in this video. But that's basically all this pole is used for. It's got the brackets, one at the top, one at the bottom, and then this black pole is your telescopic mast. I've used this thing now for a couple of months, and the mast has done really well. I've been in some really high wind, and it's bent over really hard from that wind, and not broke or anything like that. Now, I've noticed I've got two different ties here, and I'll show you. I left two on there because I want to show you. This is what it comes with, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just replaced them with night eyes, and normally I have a night eye here too. But these things are amazing. If you followed my channel for long, you know I've preached and preached and preached about these night eyes. So that's what that's all about. All right, let's take it around to the back for a second. So this is how it mounts in the hitch mount. As you can see here, little hitch just comes out of your receiver, comes into a little pipe piece where the mounting pole goes, and this right here would be your ground. You do have to buy your own hitch pin, but that's how it mounts with the hitch pin. And basically, you just pop this cap off, reach in. Of course, you got to take the wire down, but you reach in, and there's a little ribbon, and you start pulling up the pole and twisting them, and I'll show you that right here in this next segment. Alright guys, we're going to show you how easy it is to set up the Eagle One. Basically, stick your hitch mount in. Pull out the Eagle One. Slide it into the hitch mount. Take your ties off the cable. Undo the cable. Try not to let it get too tangled up, because then when you are putting it up, you'll have to adjust it. Pop off the top cap. And start pulling it up. Pull it up and twist. And you just want to make sure that your cable goes in real smooth. If you don't watch, it'll kink up. Section you get up and you just twist it a little bit more. Make sure it locks in place so that way it don't fall while it's up. And you just keep going up with it. Always making sure that the cable is smooth. should have just a little bit of cable left when you get it all the way up. And all you do is connect your coax, run it to the radio, and you're good to go. That's the setup. Alright guys, it's basically the reverse process when you're coming back down. You're just going to twist it the opposite way you did on the way up to get it to loosen up to where it'll start coming down. And basically I found that you need to sit here and sort of just give this a little gentle pull on the way down, because it will get caught up in here where it's been wrapped up around the pole here several times and stuff. You can see it comes out pretty kinked up. So, and then you can feel when you get to a junction. Stop right there. Start turning to where it's going to start going again. You get your hand ready to pull. It's not hard at all. You just got to pay attention to what you're doing. But if not, you'll get antenna bunched up on the inside here, and then it won't come out right, and it won't want to go back up in there right. And let me tell you, I take my time with it, but I have took this thing down in a rainstorm, and I can get it down pretty quick. If you were a shorter person, you might need a little stool, depending on how high your vehicle sets. It's a little bit of a stretch sometimes for me to get the poles undone. Alright, and when the last part of the antenna is in the top, put your cap back on. And start wrapping up the antenna wire again. This is how the antenna wire gets the little kinks in it that gets caught and stuff, where it's used to going around this right here. It gets little indentions and stuff, but it's not a big deal. You just got to feed it a little bit, make sure it stays unkinked. Once you get your antenna line on, put your straps on. This came with 2 of these little bungee cords. I prefer the Night Eyes. I did have 2, but I seem to have misplaced one, so I went back to bungee cord until I get me another Night Eyes. But I prefer them for anything for ham radio. They're really, really quick, and they work really good. Got all that done. Pull it out. Unclamp your ground mount from the car. Undo your pin. Pull your receiver out. And you're good to go. This is what the Eagle One looks like on the tripod. And we're about to give it a test out on the tripod and see how it works. Alright, so I just got done testing the Eagle One on the tripod, and it did great. Even though the bands are fairly bad right now, because I've been on the radio all day on my regular antenna, and the bands are bad, and I made several parks on the air contacts, got good signal reports, and everything worked out pretty well. So it works out good on the tripod, just like it does in the car. Of course, I'm going to keep it for the car usage. I don't know, I may get one here and mount it permanently at the house too, because that thing has some major ground rods that you can drive in. Right now I just put some tent stakes in it, but I mean it's got some nice grounding rods, and I don't even have no radials on it right now because I didn't have any set up for it. So, but it did well. So these are the grounding rods for the Eagle One. They're pretty long. Comes with 3 of them. And this piece right here is where you would attach your radials. You just put them on and clamp it down on wherever you want on the pole, where it won't go no lower than that. And that's how you ground it in with radials. Alright guys, so overall, the Eagle One antenna is a great antenna. I've tested it now for several months, a lot more than I've done on this video. It went on Hamcation with me and activated, I can't tell you how many parks, because it was split up between that and the Wolf River Coils, but it does great on 40, it does great on 20. That's really the only 2 bands I've played with it on, because that's where I activate most. With a good tuner, it would tune up to probably all the way down to 10 very easy. I'm not sure about going up to 80, but I know it'll go to 10. It's a great antenna. It's going to stay in my Parks in the Air repertoire for quite a long while. It's going to be in the back of my car, and if I get to one of those parks that there's not a great picnic table to set up, or it's just easier for me to stay in the car, I'm going to run it up off the hitch mount, and we're going to make contacts. If it's a quick setup and the picnic tables or whatever are close enough to the parking area, I'll run it up real quick. Anywhere that I can't really set up the Wolf River Coils because of the radial setup, I'm going to run it up off the vehicle. So it's a great antenna. I trust it. I use it. The only problem I found with it is you do need to constantly check the bolts and nuts and stuff on them, because they do work their way loose, with constant putting up and putting down and stuff like that. So far, it's been a great antenna, and I would suggest it. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. So if you're looking for a nice, quick, portable setup, try the Wolf River. I think it'll be good on that tripod too. I need to test it a lot more on the tripod, but it did good when I tested it for this video. Speaking of videos, if you like this video from Ham Radio Adventure Guy, click up here in the corner and watch another one. And also click down here in the corner and subscribe. Make sure and follow us on all social media sites. And hopefully I'll catch you on the air soon. And until next time, thanks for sharing my adventure with me.